not about, you know, how we're gonna protest, how we're gonna get our reparation. I don't care. I'm very blunt about it. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the real deal. That's just a distraction, and they hope you will continue to try to do all that. What I've seen is the bigger picture, and that's what I'm going after. Anybody who's interested in where I'm going, then you're welcome to join me. But that's not my focus. So that is, you know, those are the bigger aspects of what I'm doing and what I'm about, that I kind of wanted to share with you. I don't know if there's anything else in specific that I really need to go into, because what I talk about requires a lot of talking, a lot of explanation into it. So it's very hard for me to touch on any one particular subject without going into a whole, you know, a whole lot of things. But the only thing I can say is I have just discovered so much, and every day I'm discovering more, and it is just mind-blowing. And every day I discover more. Every day I feel that evolution in me. I feel my cells changing. I feel me in my timeless state, and it's always exciting. Yes, when I'm with my sons and nobody can tell that, you know, I'm their mom, and I'm with my two grandkids, and nobody knows, you know. Everybody freaks out when they say mom. They're like, what? Two grown men. Mom. They're like, so it's always exciting, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, is moving into that space. You get off that wheel of, oh yeah, you know, when you get to our age, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. That's nothing to do with me. I got stuff to do. That's irrelevant. That's marketing. That's the pharmaceutical companies. That's them hoping that you will get on that wheel so they can make their money. They make their money when you come in, and they make their money when you go out. And there's always a new batch coming in. And you know how we produce a whole lot too, so we keep the batch coming. We keep it coming. So yeah, so those are some of the things that I'm hoping to be able to explore and share and talk about tomorrow, and answer questions. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions right now that you want to ask in terms of anything that I've said or what could possibly occur tomorrow.
Yes, I'd like to hear about the other world thing you were talking about.
Oh, the other world. Oh, well, I guess by that in the workshops that I've done and some of the lectures and in the book, I also explore that aspect. I don't delve into it too much, but I give you enough where you realize you don't have to delve into it. I give you enough information where you realize that the powers that be here, how they report to another leg up. You know how the corporate structure is designed? Everything is designed on that same pyramid kind of structure, and every level is reporting to another level, basically.
Well, I was going to top level, then middle management, then lower management.
That's right.
Does that have something to do with like the Anunnaki?
All of those are involved. What I do is, I don't name, I think I may have mentioned the Anunnaki once. I don't get into naming names, and the reason why I don't name names is because I don't want to use names just because a bunch of people have said it a lot of times, and I think we do that. What I know is I can tell you maybe a story or the experience, what I see of how things unfolded, how it happened, and that's what I trust more than anything else. I trust if I see it, if I feel it in here, as opposed to a lot of what is said, the stories that are put out there. But yes, there are definitely groups that I've talked about who definitely do have a lot to do with our DNA and what we are today, and and the creation of human beings and that kind of thing.
So when you say they have to answer, to other people, these other extraterrestrials, right?
Yeah, we can call them that, yeah.
Great people.
I don't, that's what I'm saying, I really don't, I don't go into whether it degrades, because I just don't even, I don't hang out there, I don't deal with the reptilians, all of those things exist, all of them exist, but I understand how that works as well, in the sense of where I put my energy. They need me to focus in on what they're doing for them to be a part of my space. So as long as I understand the story as to how they function and operate, then my whole goal is to go this way. I know what they're doing, what their objective is. They need that. They need the interaction. They need your energy. They need, and that's the reason why I was never really big on the emphasis on it. I saw that it was sucking people into fear, people hearing about reptilians. People are very drawn to the excitement of life, anything. We love a good story. And it's exciting to hear about the reptilians and the greys all day long. We want to hear about it. Then we want to be scared. It's true though, we love it. That's why we like, amusement parks. We want to be scared and we love it. So we hear about the stories all day. My question always is, okay, so now we've heard about that, what are you doing? That's what it always goes back to. Okay, so now we've heard about what the reptilians are doing. What are you doing? Well, what I'm talking about tomorrow is basically that. We can't sit around and suddenly be in fear because of these stories, which is what they do. Oh, they're going to do this, and they're not going to do anything unless you open the door and go, oh, let's, come in. I want to engage. Everything listens to you, believe it or not. Everything answers to you. That's what we have to understand, how everything answers to us. We command everything. We make everything work. We make everything, the stars, everything that we worship, we are the ones that make it work. We have to be able to start understanding that. So you're sending out a command every time you open your mouth, every time, your thoughts. You're commanding what your life is right now, every single moment. And so when you wrap your mind around that, you stop focusing on those things that, as far as I'm concerned, are irrelevant. As far as I'm concerned, the reptilians and the greys are another aspect of the human story. And because creation is like a big amusement park, you can always jump in to one of those games. Whichever one you want to go in, whichever ride you want to go on, that ride is there for you. And everything is just a mini matrix. So they provide that experience if that's what you want to participate in. So it's a whole bunch of different opportunities for different experiences that exist, in creation. And you just start realizing, pull back, pull back, pull back into me, pull back into me. Otherwise, you're very external. And that's basically it.
I learned about the ASU. And that was kind of what you're saying. So I didn't get spooked. I felt like I wasn't doing enough once I found out this is what I was.
Right.
And I need to do more to hold that title instead of being scared. Because like you said, we control it.
Right, right. So yeah, it's learning that, and you learn it's not about a fight either, because this is a war planet. Is really what it is. It's a war planet, and our minds are programmed for war. That's why we're into survival like that.
Does this have anything to do with feudal law?
Feudal law?
Yeah.
What do you mean by it?
Like